After a long hiatus, Jackals TV has returned to the internet airwaves. Today we'll be catching up with a game from back on December 6th where the Jackals took on the Great Gazoos. There you see the Great Gazoos warming up on the ice in their white jerseys. The Jackals will actually be wearing their gray and blue jerseys here tonight. This will be the second meeting of the season between these two teams. The Jackals and the Gazoos played each other in the Jackals' first game after being moved up to the C Division after the tiering games. Great Gazoos won that game 3-1. The Jackals have some lineup challenges here today with three of their normal defensemen out of the game, unable to play, and a number of other players out as well. Chris Marshall, Bruce, Chris Stuhar, Darwin, Bob, and David Atkinson all out of the lineup today. They have called up Rob Lawrence as the one spare to get the team to 10 players for today's game, Trevor starting in net. So let's head to the highlights and see how they did. Jackals are going to start this one on the attack as Chris Weger retrieves a puck in the corner, puts it out to the point where Rob Lawrence is going to throw this at the net high. Gazoos player bats it down and it almost sneaks past the Gazoos goalie. So we go to the other end. Gazoos are going to hit the trailer. He's going to miss the net, but that puck's going to bounce off the wall and then get thrown in front. Swing and a miss from that player in front, and then another player walks to the front with it. Looks like Jeremy blocks that to the corner. Next we see Aaron trying to carry this puck in the neutral zone. It gets away from him, and before he can catch up to it, the Gazoo player puts it up on the left side. That player's going to walk around Rob, put it high above the glove of Trevor, and the Gazoos have opened the scoring in this one. It's now 1-0. Jackals looking to tie it up now, so Lloyd's going to chip this ahead to Rob, who's going to skate onto it, pick it up off the bounce with a big slap shot, but the goalie kicks it out, and the Gazoos clear the puck. So now they're down in the other corner. Hard work in the corner. Darryl defending. He's going to get his foot into that Gazoo player's feet. It's going to be a tripping penalty. So Gazoos to the power play. And this point shot from 16 is somehow going to find its way through three different bodies and bounce out off of Trevor to number 14 in front, but he can't get a good handle on it. So the Jackals do kill the penalty. You see Darryl stepping onto the ice there as the puck goes past him. And Gary Pabla picks it up and walks down the left side. Big slap shot. But the glove save by the Gazoo goalie makes it a 1-0 period as we head to the second. And the Gazoos are on offense early in this period as they work it around from just off screen over to the right side defender. That gets thrown towards the net and tipped back downwards from the players in front, past Trevor, and the Gazoos have stretched their lead now to 2-0. Off the ensuing face-off, the Gazoos are going to give the Jackals a chance to get back in it. Watch that player there just slash Gary Pabla in the legs after Gary had stepped up to him at the blue line. So that's ultimately, once the Gazoos touch the puck, going to be a slashing penalty for 4 minutes. So here we see Gary Pabla is going to push that puck up, and it goes just past Darryl, and that Gazoo player there loses that puck battle to John, who's then going to dish that over to Gary, who comes across the blue line, lets the ripper go past the glove side. Power play goal for the Jackals, and they're back into this game. It's now 2-1. The Gazoos' penalty troubles are going to continue. They're still killing that penalty, that 4-minute slashing penalty. And as Chris Weger flies down the ice, he gets hooked from behind. And that's going to make this a 5-on-3 opportunity for the Jackals. The Gazoos do kill that first of the 5-on-3 power plays, but they can't help themselves, and they take yet another penalty there. You see them tripping up Jeremy. So once again, it's 5-on-3. And the face-off after that, here's a shot from Rob, and he's got a player in front for the tip. And then Jared just can't reach the rebound, and it gets cleared away, and those penalties get killed. But watch the center ice. You see Weger's tangled a little bit with that number 14, and he pushes him from behind a terrible slew foot. And that's going to be anger Chris as Jared steps in as the voice of reason to prevent something from happening. Number 14 clearly does not want to engage at all as he backs away. And that slew footing penalty is going to put the Gazoos on the penalty kill yet again in this game. Jackals don't capitalize on that power play, but they almost get a chance here as JD takes the shot and Jared just misses the rebound as it goes by him. So Gazoos now finally out of penalty trouble. Get a 2-on-1 the other way, slide that across, blocked by Aaron, but you can watch on the far side, Rob takes out that player from behind on the back check that was going to the back door. And so it's finally time for the Gazoos to have a power play. And they get this chance here on that pass that comes across, but a nice blocker save from Trevor, and then the defenders clear the puck away. Jackals get this 3-on-2 chance with the pass across in front with just 12 seconds left on the clock. And you think that'd be enough to end this period, but no. You see this play where the Jackals are pinched up, so it's a 2-on-0 with seconds remaining. They get the slap shot off. Trevor makes the save, and time runs out on the period, and it remains 2-1 as we head to the third period. And Aaron's going to look to tie this game up early in the third as he cuts across the middle, and then on the backhand, gets it high. Didn't quite get the mustard he wanted on that probably, but the rebound does bounce down to John, who can't get control of it, so it remains 2-1. And this pinch is going to result in a 2-on-1, potentially a 3-on-1, but number 44 is going to keep it. He's going to go high blocker, but Trevor bats that down, sends it to the corner, keeping it 2-1. Gazoos putting the puck in deep. Rob Lawrence is going to put this puck up the wall, and it's going to be held in after that little spinorama, and it's going to get pushed to that player in front, and he throws it towards the net, and it looks like number 44 in front tipped that past Trevor. So after the Jackals had all those power play opportunities in the second period, they're now down by 2 with about 8 minutes left in the third. With the Jackals potentially getting tired here after playing this game with 10 skaters, the Gazoos are going to pour it on a bit, and Trevor's going to have to go to work. First, he makes a save on that deflection in front. Then 22 picks up this pass at center, goes around the defender, comes in alone, goes to the backhand, but Trevor sticks with him, keeps the bottom of the net sealed, and the puck goes to the corner with that player. Here they come again. Try to pick that pass out front. It gets blocked by, looks like that's Rob, and then they're going to regain it and then throw it out front, and that player coming in from the half wall gets one shot and then a second shot and sticking out the leg. Trevor makes yet another excellent save. And he's not done yet as this player sneaking in from the right half wall gets another chance and yet another save from Trevor. So finally the Jackals get to do some offense. Here Gary throws that towards the net. It bounces through to Aaron. He tries to get it up and over the sprawling goaltender, but he's unsuccessful. So with time winding down, we see the Jackals pressing, and they're going to give up this 3-on-1, and the puck's going to go back and forth between those players and eventually get deposited in behind Trevor. Can't stop the 2-on-0 at the end of that 3-on-1, and the Gazoos stretch it out to 4-1 with only a minute or two left, but they are going to give up this chance here as the defender is very lackadaisical, and Johnny's picked that up, and he's going to go in on the breakaway, go to the forehand, but the Gazoos goalie makes a save. Jackals still pressing. There we see Gary Padlow pick up a loose puck in the slot and go a little bit further and go back to the glove hand side, but a nice save from the Gazoos goalie. And with time winding down, you can see just seconds left on the clock. The Jackals are going to give up this 3-on-0. One more save for Trevor to add to his save percentage as the game winds down as a 4-1 victory for the Gazoos. And speaking of save percentage, let's have a look at the stats for today's game. 25 shots on Trevor, giving up the 4 goals. You see Gary there with the only goal of the game for the Jackals. Let's transition this to the overall stats for the season so far. Rob at the top of the table. Gary now in second place there. Jeremy would probably hate it if I mentioned the plus-minus stats, so I won't do that. So that's it for this game for the Jackals. Their next game is against the Hosers, which is a team from the C Division that they've actually beaten since being elevated to this division. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see you there.